Let's get building.
Hello there. Welcome to JonnyBuildz. I am your host, of course, Johnny, and here's where we're at. We are at the wall being done and started the middle part, which I actually got things a little bit wrong last week. I was saying, oh, this must be where the middle part goes, like kind of like joins in here. It actually connects, it slides all the way in right there. So we still have here and here to do. Hey Bev, how you doing? Good to see you. So this middle part, this middle section is going to be quite large. So we're going to move this out of the way. All right, there we go. So this is what we'll be working on tonight. So good to see you. Things are going well. I know there's more storms on the way. It seems like that's the thing. Every other day there are storms on the way. Not just for you, but for me too. We actually had a tornado that passed a quarter mile, half mile from my house. It was actually a wall cloud that was. It had touched down briefly over in Ohio, crossed over, lifted a bit, came over, and was kind of not quite touching down, but it definitely caused some damage. We lost power for several hours, and yeah, so yeah, it was very close. It was weird too because like we all got the alert, you know, the National Weather Service alert of like, hey, there is a tornado warning, you need to do whatever. So me being me, I went outside because I was like, well, let's, you know, how's it looking out there? And neighbors across the street were out too, and like it was so calm, and we were just kind of like looking around and stuff, and you could see off in the distance. I could see. I should have recorded it because I knew what it was, but whenever you see it like in person, it's like, are you sure? And the wall cloud was moving this way, and like all of a sudden the wind picked up and everything, and it was like, holy cow, you know, it was like, get inside, you know. So it was. It made quite a mess. So yeah. Anyway, this is what we're going to be working on. We're going to continue on with Minas Tirith, and in order to do that, we will have to start up my timer. So here we go. 3, 2, 1. We are on bag 15. Yeah, it was really close. It was one heck of a night. So. Hope you guys are doing well, though. Hope everyone's doing well. And just by way, oh look, it's funny whenever they do this because like these are like car pieces because these go like for fenders and stuff of cars, but we're gonna use them as like castle pieces for this, which would be interesting. By way of schedule, this coming Saturday will be another wake up Saturday morning builds with me and doing some kind of cartoon. I'm not sure what yet, but some kind of cartoon. And I try to make them themed. I try to make the build themed with the cartoon or vice versa, but it just depends, you know, whether I'm able to do that for sure or not. Okay, so it goes there. So we're putting up some walls already. Now this, they even notify you like, hey, make sure it's this one that you use, not this little one. Don't screw it up. Go. All right. That's all there is to that. So yeah, we will be doing some kind of build, some kind of a cartoon because they're fun, and not 100% sure what that'll be yet, but we'll find out. All right. So that'll be fun. So that'll be Saturday. And then next Tuesday, there will be no stream. Next Tuesday and next Saturday, there will be no stream because I will actually be on vacation. And vacation in Tennessee, so we will not. I mean, I'm sure I'll have internet, but I'm not taking Lego or whatever. So yeah, it should be fun. Which way does this go? Here's the funny thing. So they have me do this, and the studs, the snot bricks only have studs on two sides, and they don't really show how it goes. They just show that, like, hey, this part is flat. It would have to go this way because it can't go against the wall. So. It looks like we're already making some of the interior to play around with. Yeah, have fun. We're putting in all these doorways and things and big ornamental stuff. And 2 posts. No! It goes down. Good thing I caught that. Otherwise I'd have to start over. And a couple rock pieces. This is interesting. I know some of this stuff is able to be removed. They actually made this kind of neat, more modular, so like different sections you can take out, and you know they can be play set pieces or whatever. So, which is kind of cool. I like when they do that sort of thing. Because then it gives both. You can get like the size slash like the hugeness of the build itself, like the grandeur and everything, but then you also get like, hey, you know, the playability type thing, which is pretty cool. Okay. So yeah, that tornado was pretty close. And you know, people say that like it sounds like a freight train. It depends on where you're at, I think, with stuff. Ours didn't sound like a freight train. It just was like a sudden, you know, onslaught of wind. Rotate it that way. There's our little brazier. Of course. They're like, no, put this on first. There we go. Another gate. Or another doorway, I guess it is. You're making tacos, all right. Oh yeah, I did. I'm normally the one that asks that. I just had a sandwich. It was a good sandwich. It was a nice homemade sourdough. Now, not me homemade, but homemade by somebody else and purchased by me. But sourdough bread, very good, nice and soft and just delicious. Made a good sandwich. The sandwiches are awesome. Tacos are delicious. And it's Tuesday, so that absolutely makes sense. You should have, if at all possible, should have tacos on Tuesday. Okay, that was that. All right, now we get to use this. Will be so this. It's always weird whenever you build things backwards, because that's what we're essentially doing here. You don't see what's going on back here. It's just like you're just throwing stuff in. Just like this. So it's going to have, there's an archway over there. You just can't see it because, again, we're building backwards. Weird when they do that. The other thing, too, I'm noticing, and similar to some of the other, like UCS and larger sets, is they are building very slow. The number of pieces that they include at one time is like there. I just did 2 pieces in one step. Like, that's, for having 8,000 pieces, like, that's just weird. Waiting for Ben to come in. Hopefully he does, because I want to show him something really cool. I have stuff you can probably see over here that's sitting here. And I want to show him some stuff that I acquired over the weekend and get his take on things. See what he thinks of it. If you saw my Instagram, then you know what it is. I know Ben doesn't have Instagram, so... But it's something I'm really excited about. That looks really cool with the profile bricks and also just, you know, divided. We're going to be making more of those things that go on top of the castle. I can already tell. I thought we were going to be done with that whenever we finish the wall, but no, they want us to keep going with more of these. Of course they do. Ah, that fits in there. We have to fit it in the slot. Probably 3? Not sure. I guess we'll find out. Oops. And this, again, 2 pieces. 1, 2. That's it. That's that step. 1, 2. Two pieces. It's just weird. I feel like for a set like this, where it's, you know, bigger than your typical set, it's designed. I know it can be a play set, but it is designed more for adults. I feel like they should be like, nah, we gotta cram in more pieces per step. But that's me. I always seem to be the odd person out when it comes to that sort of stuff. Alright, so we're only making 2. So that's good. So what kind of tacos are they? Like, you're gonna have like tomato, like what do you top your taco with? Tomatoes, lettuce, cheese, guacamole, salsa, or some people like salsa, some people like picante sauce. I prefer picante sauce because it's not as liquidy typically. Those go on just like before. Okay. 3386 piece. Almost looks like we're making a birdhouse here. It's kind of interesting. Oh, and tomorrow night we are going to the brewery. They're having Lego night, so we're going to help out with that. Cheese, lettuce, and picante or salt. Oh, okay. So you either one. So it doesn't matter to you which one. It's an interesting little thing that's set into the wall. No, picante isn't. I mean, it doesn't have to be. Just like salsa doesn't have to be. It can be, but it's not typically. All right, so now we get to actually come back here and put this on the snot bricks we did here. Yeah. Yeah, picante for chips, not on tacos. Okay, that's yeah, I get that. Ooh. Looks like we're almost done with this. It's a weird, that's a black leaf that's on there, which is kind of interesting. And it fits right there, right above the leaf, right above the pillar, and there we go. Pico de Gallo. See, that's different. That might be spicy. I'm not 100% sure though. There we go. Something has to go here because we got like a couple studs. Oh, it looks like we're going to make the middle. So this can go off to the side. This can join the wall over here. Maybe not. Let's put it up here. Yeah, I like it chunky. Salsa, a lot of times, is more ground up, and I don't know. I like it chunky. Kind of fits me. I'm chunky. And now you want chips and picante. See, I love going, and I don't know if every Mexican restaurant does this, but I know a lot of them started, and it's been several years. But like every time you go to a Mexican restaurant, it's like, chips and salsa are free. Whether it's picante sauce or salsa or whatever with the chips. Here's the funny thing. So the people that have come over for the World Cup are amazed at our cuisine. and finding that our food is really good and we give a lot of it, and they're very surprised. The comments are funny because they're all like, you know, if England or, you know, wherever, Scotland, wherever they're coming from, they're like, if our places had this, it would be incredible. And like this guy from Japan, like Japanese are used to asking for everything, and when he got to the table and immediately, you know, was given, you know, a bowl of salsa and chips, he was confused, and he looked at the waiter and was like, what, you know, I didn't ask for this, you know. And the waiter's like, this is complimentary. And like it blew him away. He was like, what? We have to ask for everything, we have to earn our food, so to speak, over there. And he's like, this is amazing. And it was so amazing, like he was with a friend, and it was so amazing to him that he got 3 bowls, basically, you know, 3 full refills of just salsa and chips. And his friend's like, you know, you don't want to fill up on that, but it was too late. And whenever the 3rd one came, he was like, honor demands that I finish this. I was like, that's actually a thing in Japan. So he did, you know, he was like, I could not eat my meal, but this was incredible, and I am so for it. So it's so funny reading these stories where like all these people from other countries are over here. Like someone commented they had deep dish pizza for the first time, and they were like, you know, it was busy, so they had to wait about 45 minutes for their pizza. But his face, he was just like this was so worth it. I will come here all the time. And you know, I think he lives in Japan too. But they're all just like amazed. They love the hospitality from, you know, other Americans and stuff. They're like just having a blast coming over here and trying all our stuff, and they are surprised by it. Like they can't believe that like we are so bountiful in what we have as far as, you know, even just food goes, because it's not like that in other countries. Like you don't have meals like that and stuff. Now some of it you can say is a little bit decadent or overkill or too much or whatever, but like overall, like we are a very blessed country when it comes to stuff like that. This is interesting. And everyone coming over is just like blown away by like how awesome things are. And I saw, so there are 2 guys, there was a video I saw too of 2 guys from England. They were over in Texas, I guess, to watch whoever England was playing. And they stopped in a barbecue place, and apparently they're used to their meat being very, very tough. So tough that you have to use a knife and fork. And so they were sitting down to a rib dinner, and the guy comes over, the guy that owns the place, I guess, or runs the place, came over to them because like they picked up a knife and he was getting ready to cut it, and the dude's like, guy comes over, he's like, no. And they're like, what? And he's like, first, I know you guys aren't from here. He's like, first thing you got to do is put down the knife. And they're like, okay. And he puts down the knife and he goes, now pick it up with your hands and enjoy it. And they looked at him like what? Like we don't do that sort of thing. And then like the look on their faces when they both took a bite, like their expressions were like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. They're like, this is the most tender stuff we've ever had. Hey Axel, how you doing? I've been sorting, by the way. I got one heck of a thing on Sunday before the tornado came. Oh yeah. So with this here. So this all is going to separate. It looks like. This goes here. But we got nope, I'm building right now, if you can't tell. Oh, nope, this will not separate. once we put that on. Oh, wait. I had put those on, and then somehow they fell off. Nope. I only build twice a week. Sorry. Or at least on stream. Like, I do other building and stuff, but not necessarily all on stream. So, you miss out. Sorry. So yeah, all these people from other countries and stuff are just like flabbergasted at our food, and there was another one that was I'm not sure where the guy was from, but a whole bunch of Scots were in the area to watch whatever match it was, and like apparently they start celebrating very early, like at 3 a.m. and they would have him over for barbecue, and then they had him over for, you know, their food and stuff, and you know, they were just, you know, kind of a party atmosphere thing. And then he got a text message from the one person that said, hey, you know, you better be home because we're getting you tickets to the game. And he's like, what? He wasn't expecting that. And they're just like, yeah, you've been so hospitable, we're gonna get you. And he was just, you know, next door or across the street from these guys. And they're like, yeah, we're getting you tickets to the game. So he got to go see his first ever match, which is really cool. So it's just been interesting having, you know, an influx of people from other countries that checking things out and seeing how we actually do stuff. All right, whole bunch of these, whole bunch of tile pieces. Axel, what did you have for dinner? That's an important question. Or breakfast, or what, you know, whatever time it is wherever you are. I'm not sure where you're at. Because dinner is important, or breakfast. Sorting is important. Absolutely, it's important. And I've been sorting yesterday and some today. I was sorting because I got one heck of a haul of Lego on Sunday that I am extremely excited for. And it looks like bag 15. Let's make sure that this one does not go anywhere. Nope, bag 16. Sorry, bag 16 is done. All right. Take a break? No. So this was a haul I got from someone on Marketplace. He had a whole bin. Of Lego from the 70s and the 80s. And that's how he advertised it. It was his. It's been sitting in his attic for probably 30 years, roughly. 20 to 30 years. And I got, so it's one of those like 5-gallon tubs, those big gray tubs. And I got it for $40. The whole thing. All right, here, I'll show you some of the things. All right, here, I'll since I'm starting a new bag, I'll show you some of the things. So, I love Technic stuff. So, two Technic motors. These are classic Technic motors. You can see where the wires go into. This is the way they used to do it. And I also have both battery boxes, which is cool. This is neat. I've seen this before. I've never had one. This is a wind-up. And it just kind of goes. With rosebuds. It actually turns the thing as it goes. That's kind of funny. Those are neat. This is cool. So you can tell older bricks from newer bricks. So this is still an older brick, but this is like from the 1980s. This is a 1979 brick. You can see the difference in the color and even the quality of the brick itself. You can tell is like a thinner. It's not as refined. The Lego on it is smaller. Oh, wait, Ben, stick around. So I'm talking about the lot that I got on Sunday for $40. It's a 5-gallon tub. And this, I don't know if you recognize this. This is in it. Maybe this will help give you a clue. That's in it. In fact, all of this is in it. Yes. This is I am 48. This is 47 years old. This is the original Yellow Castle. And in fact, I've been sorting. I'm not done sorting. But from that bin, most of the pieces are in here now. I'm still sorting. But there we go. The original Yellow Castle. I think I'm missing one of the green small base plates. This is another cool thing. Oh, I don't know how many people know this, but this is what minifigures were before they were minifigures. They're just like a little, they had shoulders and arms, and their legs didn't move, but this is what they used. And you just boop, put them in things. Their heads didn't have faces on them. Usually they had a hat or hair, but that's what you had. That was a minifigure back before they became minifigures. And I was showing the differences between old brick and current brick. You can tell the difference color-wise and kind of quality-wise and everything. Yeah, popsicle people. Here's one other thing. So this came, and I remember having this as a kid. It came with this Lego idea book. And Lego doesn't do these anymore. Yeah, the colors are great, and that's what's interesting. So I'm separating. I have it's all over here, being separated, and I still have probably about a quarter of the bin to go that I'm trying to get done. They used to come out with these idea books where you got ideas for things you could build with pieces, and ideas were like nowadays we have modulars for like city and stuff like that, where there's so many specialized pieces. It's insane, and my wife came up with a cool idea as we were looking at this, because this idea book is really cool because it starts off, hey, they have a dream. They want to build a house. All right, go ahead, build the house. You can build the house. And then it's like, oh, you need a crane. And then, well, there's more to the town. And here's some layouts. And then, well, here's some other buildings that you want for the town. They even give you like stickers you could, I mean, they're not stickers, but like you could cut those out or copy them and tape them on so you could have like, you know, a store and things like that. But then like continuing the story, it's like, oh no, our house is now on fire. We just built it, but our house is on fire. So we need a hospital. So here, build a hospital. It is. This is absolutely. This is like rebrickable and like building things. And the funny thing too is like if you look in like this, here's a circus. You know, make some horses and an elephant. Like they came out with some really cool things, and it's a full story. And look, even Lego had lighting back in the day. I don't know why they stopped doing it, but like the taxi sign is lit up. There's a light in there. They used to have lighting. But they also, so there's like ships and things. And like they actually put into these, like they put in like things that, you know, it was like a factory, but they also put in actual Lego sets of the time. And then they're like, oh, airport, blah, 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 da-da-da, do all those kind of things. And all of a sudden they're like at the movies. And then it's like, oh, this is an actual ship. This is an actual classic space ship that they built, and here it is. Oh, only missing 2 of the sticker parts. That's awesome. But like, it's like, okay, now let's go into space. So there's space. These are actual Lego sets, but then these are like things that you can custom build. So I'm thinking, and again, good suggestion by my wife, but I think it would be cool to build a town that's just normal brick. That's just stuff that, like, hey, you know, just things like that. It is. It's in very good shape. It's been in the closet forever. This isn't, well, it is mine now, but it wasn't mine. And so then they go from space, they go to castle. So here, you know, it's like, here, let's make a big castle with like stalls and things like that. And here you can make a horse-drawn carriage, little outpost, little jousting. I mean, like, this is when Lego, I think, was really creative, because it was mostly with blocks. And then they're like, hey, bye-bye. Yeah, I have the instructions already. I don't have the box, but I do have the instructions from another one I got. And it also has, like, the thing that goes over the top of the gate that has, like, the little ribbon thing or whatever. That's pretty cool that you got that. So yeah, I'm so stoked to have this, and I'm finding the pieces slowly as I sort everything. So it's really, really, really cool. So yeah, well, it did, but to a point. Even though it had things like wings and stuff like that, they were utilized for multiple things, both airplanes and the spaceships. But even though they had like the wings, they had like laser gun type things, most of it was still normal brick for the most part. You had some hingy things, you had some translucents for windshields and stuff, but like there is a lot of just normal brick that are in those spaceships and stuff. Yeah, it's really cool. So, all right, moving on. Where am I at? I'm here. All right, now I'm building upside down. But yeah, I thought that was, for $40, that was an absolute cool find. I looked on the, when the guy posted, I looked on, and I was like, hey, can you send a couple more pictures of, because again, it's almost a full bin. And I asked him if he could take a few more pictures and show me, you know, with like some things moved and stuff, so that I could better get an idea. And I saw a couple of the wall pieces that are, you know, taller or whatever for the castle, and I'm like, it's got to be in there. So I'm gonna go for it. So thanks, Ben. Thanks for tuning in. As always, have a good one. Enjoy your dinner. Oh, what do you have? Are you having tacos for dinner? It is Tuesday. You should have tacos. Ah! Didn't drop it. No. Woo-hoo. So we're doing a little ornamental thing. So this is where they're getting like, so it's like 3 of these. So this is where they're getting like all their 8,000 pieces in this set, is like we're doing all kinds of like little ornamental things and stuff like that. So yeah, one heck of a find over the weekend, and then of course the tornado came through. But you know, what are you gonna do? Too far. There we go. So we're putting this hinge on. Oh, we're putting it on, but we also have to put it There's a stud right there, so it keeps it at an angle. That's interesting. So, more of these flowery, not brick pieces, so that we can put more detail type stuff on. And Roxanne, what did you have for dinner? Always important. That's the question I always ask on my streams, is what was for dinner? Just had a sandwich. Oh, I had Doritos too, but mostly a sandwich. It was a good sandwich. Ooh, that popped right out of there. Soup with dumplings inside. Ooh, that sounds good. It definitely has a lot of panel pieces. I mean, there are some regular bricks, like we were talking about, but everything is so specialized nowadays. Okay, so this goes here with the hinge going here. So we're building kind of the main. We're building kind of the main arch here. I don't feel like it's hard. So like in here is like the throne room area. That's what this is. Oh, you that's funny. Aw, that's cool. You watch me on TV. That means I'm on television. That's amazing. Yep, I ate sandwiches. I just had a sandwich, but it was a big sandwich. It was on fresh sourdough bread. Oh, it was delicious. I'm feeling this is going to get repeated on the opposite side sometime. Oh, there we go. What time is it? 8:44. We are almost to 8:45. We're almost to the... where it's back to being 15 minutes to the hour. And eventually it'll be to the hour. Just not there yet. Such a silly clock. It's never been right. Had it. We got it when we got it whenever we got married. That was 25 years ago. So it's still going. But it's always been wrong. We even took it to get adjusted or whatever, and nope. All right, there we go. archway here. Oh, you can see the small parts better. Well, that's good. Yeah, I can. There's only so much. I mean, like, it's like, do you show, like, do I zoom in and then have to keep moving the camera, or do I show like the overall and give people an idea? It just depends on the build itself and things like that. It's hard to decide sometimes how things should be shown. Yeah, that the yellow castle, that will be a future build. No. Well, this is interesting looking. Okay, so we're putting these in. Can only go so far. Oh. Okay. Then we take these ones and put them in upside down. Not sure how far to put them, but I guess we'll find out once we put the rest on. Oh, it's got to be below. There we go. Little ornamental for the archway here. Almost looks kind of like, I know it's not, but it almost looks kind of like how your speedometer in your car is. So. Go. This goes right there for our arch. Of course, I knew this was coming. We have an arch. And then it looks like we're doing another leaf thing. Like we did on this one here. Little, again, ornamental thing. That goes there. There we go. That is a cool way to do a what are these called? Pillar? Something like that. panel goes on top here. This. More panels on top. These ones actually have windows. This goes backwards like the other one. There we go. Three, two, one. 3 brick, 2 brick. Ah, I see how that's going to work. It's hard to get those one by one straight. It really is. Like if they're by themselves. When they're against something, it's a little bit easier to straighten it. Hinge to keep everything together. Flower pieces. Very yellow right there. Very yellow pieces. Oh, yep. Go walk the dog. Puppy needs it. What kind of dog is it, by the way? Just out of curiosity. Oh, that keeps that in there nicely. Little tower we're putting on here. Got quite a few extra pieces over there. Here we go. All right. Looks like that is bag 17 done. Which means bag 18 will be the last. That'll be the last one of this first box. We will finally be done with the first box. This is amazing. Random head. Actually, it's a blank head, so. Alright, so we need to get that out of the way again because we're doing an independent build of this. Wait a moment. Hey Logan, how you doing? Hey Kimbar, baby sis, good to see you. How are things? Oh, it's a statue. Look at that. You got a little dress thing and everything. So we have some awesomeness. Oh, there's a beard there too. We have some awesomeness. Logan, you'll be impressed. See if you recognize this. I already went through it a little bit because Ben was here, but see if you recognize what those pieces are. And the base plates. Even this. So I got this in a bin on Sunday. The entire castle, plus like, yeah, Hello Castle. I like Hello Castle better. I actually thought that was what you were meaning to say. Hello Castle. So it's the Yellow Castle. It's the it's a robot command center in there. It is a couple other things that are in there, and also it's not the original Galaxy Explorer, but it's the smaller ship version of it. And I can't remember what it's called, but that's in there too. I mean, for $40, all these sets and things that I'll be putting together, selling some of them, it's pretty awesome. And then we had a tornado. That was fun. Yeah, it was very generic. The Galaxy Explorer is like the one, you know. It's like that is the epitome of like classic space sets. But like, yeah, I can't remember for the life of me what the smaller one is called, and I don't have the instructions for it. At least I haven't gotten to the bottom of the bin yet, but I don't think there's any more instructions in there. Still hunting a few specific pieces for the castle, but okay. So we got this cool little thing that we're starting, and we flip it over and do it this way, and they're like very specific. They're like, you need to see where this sits as you put this on. Yeah. The way they design classic space sets for doing those kind of things, like to open up and hinge and everything, and like utilizing Technic back in the day, just that little bit, so good. So good. So it does have the Blacktron Batrax in there, which is the one Blacktron set I did not have up until this point. So, oh, looky there. There's the tree. There's 4 of these. Make sure I don't put them upside down. This is the white tree. This is like, you know, in the lore, this is like the amazing thing. Some other fun stuff in there too. Here, I'll show you one of the things that came in it. Really cool. 2 Technic motors, and then this thing, which is really neat. So this is a wind-up. And it just goes. It's so cool. I haven't had one of these before. This is, you know, new to me. So that's pretty cool. Whole bunch of, I know there's a whole bunch of town sets in there, or town things as well. So again, very much excitement. Yeah, so that's an old school wind up. Yeah. I never had the set growing up, or had the thing for it growing up, but I did know of it. Okay, it's still that way. Oh, we got some more. Let's put together our person, our statue. Our statue has no face because it's a statue, but there we go. There's our statue. Here, and then the words say, this new Lego wig element with the crown is designed for the kings of Gondor. So that's what he is. He's a king of Gondor. So let's just do our little build. So let's bring this back. Ah, that's where he goes. Right. There we go. King of Gondor. So again... Oh man, we gotta do this 3 times. Alright, so we do... Flour and... Thomas brick. Thomas brick? Two. Travis brick. That's what it's called, a Travis brick. And 3. So these are Travis bricks. There we go. They got studs all around them, except on the bottom because it receives. Yeah, so I'm excited to build that sometime. And whatever else. So the other thing too is, I'll show you once I put this on here. The other thing, this was a suggestion from my wife, is there were 2 Lego idea books. This one being one of them. So the idea books are things that they came out with in the past where it was like, hey, you have pieces, see what you can build. This one's really cool because it has a story. Like they start off like, hey, we've got our car. We need to build a house. So let's build a house. There's the instructions. Build a house. And then it's like, oh, well, let's build the rest of the town. Build a crane. Hey, Kevin, good to see you. Thanks for tuning in. And of course, they're like, hey, build more of the town, you know? And then they give you like little, they're not stickers, but like you could like cut them out and like put them on things and stuff. And I was like, oh no, our house we just built is on fire. We need a hospital. We need a police station, you know? But, so, like, they gave all kinds of things, which I think would be cool to do a town of old school Lego building where it's like, I think it's more creative than what they do nowadays because there's so many specialized bricks. So, and then, like, they go to space, and, like, they even have some of the classic, like, that's the little ship. That's the little ship that I think I have. That one right there. This guy. So, like, and look, Lego did have lighting way back in the day. Like, this is lit up because they had the battery box and it would light up. There's another one where it shows lights. It's like a taxi, a green taxi light or something. Oh well. But then, like, they go and it's like, hey, here, build a spaceship, you know? And then, like, oh, we're gonna fly to this planet. And that's where the aliens live, you know? And then it's like, oh, we're gonna go back in time. We're gonna go to Castle, and like, you can build like a guard shack, you know, or a horse-drawn carriage, or a jousting thing, you know? Like, it had all these things, and it's like, so fantastic. So, I think I'm going to build a classic town. I think it's a cool idea. To do something like that where it's like, hey, this is where Lego came from, and it still is pretty cool. Like I had at the thing we had this past weekend, the International Day of Play, I had my old Technic drawing, the drawer. So it was like, oh, I have it downstairs. I'll have to show it on Saturday. But it allows you to draw lines, you program it. Very simple because it goes up, down, you know, left, right, but it also goes diagonal too. And you could program it with like doing a drawing, and then you could make it run the program and it would do it on its own. It really, really, really cool device. And, you know, they had stuff like that back in the day, and it was simple but very, very cool. I'll have to, like I said, I'll have to show that on Saturday. I have it downstairs right now. I should have brought it up, but silly me. Okay, so this goes here. Okay. Interesting. Yes. So yeah, the that Lego idea book is so cool, and the fact that it is a story. See, and that's something they always talk about on, like, Lego Masters, where they're like, "Hey, what story does your build tell?" And that's a good example of, like, having, you know, a story within your builds, which is pretty cool. So yeah. Definitely worth doing. I think it would be something unique and fun. Just take around an old school town. Look at that. There have been a lot of 3386s in this. Just so you know, Logan. And a lot of flowers. We've been using a lot of flowers to do different things. A lot of snot brick techniques being utilized. Praise be. What was the color 3386 that you saw that was coming out that you were like all like excited for? I know it wasn't violet, or maybe it was. Oh, right. I was asking Missy, what kind of dog do you guys have? But you guys had left prior to me getting that out. What kind of dog do you have? Everybody's here. Medium nougat, thanks to the gotcha. The Pokemon is bringing it. I gotcha. Ooh, this is a cool arch system. Look at that. That's pretty cool. Alright, starting to solidify some stuff here. Like I was saying, I'll be on vacation next week, so we won't be. You aren't sure, probably part bit sure. Oh, you got a mix. I like it. I think those are the best kind of dogs. The ones that are like, I mean, pure reds are fine, but like, I think the mixed dogs are just fun. So next week, Tuesday and Saturday, there will be no streams, but this coming Saturday there will be a wake up Saturday morning bricks with Johnny. With me, so be sure to tune into that. Not sure what we're going to be watching or what I'll be building. Kind of up in the air at the moment. There will be something fun. It might be a new color brick in the new Toy Story brick. Oh, light coralish color for the brains and the that would make sense for aliens being different. So. I'm sure a lot of you saw Derpy. Derpy actually looks pretty cool. I think they did it. It's so hit or miss with what they do with like buildable figures. Like they made, I think the Shrek figures from what I've seen look awful, but Derpy Cat, he looks awesome. So it'll be interesting to see. Why another coral? I don't. Yeah, who knows? Maybe because brains have to be kind of a squishy color, and I guess coral is kind of squishy. I don't know. You have to buy a derpy cat and a sussy bird. Yep. Well, yeah, the derpy cat comes with sussy bird. Sussy bird sits on top of him. So you just buy one, you get both. There you go. Squishy color. A squishy color. So a brain is a squishy color. You know, it's pink. So coral is kind of a squishy. Maybe they assume that with aliens all brains are pinkish. So like there you go. So that's a squishy color. The blue pilot is for. Aw, that's so mean. Logan is just asking for what he deserves, right? He just wants the violet, please. Yeah, that's a squishy color. These are cool. So these are the tops of these pillars that are here, and they design them in such a way that like they have like a little flower on them, and they go at the very top. So right like that. Pretty cool. They do have squishy. I agree. They do have a lot of squishy colors, but you know, brains, I guess, are very specific. Coral would be coral. Okay, that one goes back there. We've got oh, I see where those go. Okay. So. Getting stuck on the pages. Go. A little arch there, and an arch there, and a little smooth, little tile. And then, oops, pushing pieces. Anything here. Oops. Yeah. Pillar top can get on. Here we go. Looks pretty cool. And that is bag 18, which means we are done with box 1 finally. Box 1 is finally done. So we're going to do a little bit of transitioning here. I'm going to put this in. Where am I going to put this? Because I have to get into the top of it. Box number 2. Alright, there we go. So, JonnyBuildz. Let us remove box 2. Oh, it's back to being heavy. Now, I haven't sorted this. Finding the bags is not going to be easy. But we're building a tower, it looks like. I think it's the tower that goes on the outside on the white on this thing here. So move this out of the way. These out of the way, apparently. Let's see if we can find. Oh, do I need? Yep, there's tape. Ugh. I didn't open all of these whenever I first did. It's 8 tape. Rather see them flesh out colors like violet. Or yeah, I agree. But see, here's the thing, and this is kind of getting to what I was talking about with the you know, classic builds versus you know, all the things like modulars and stuff nowadays. It's like becomes so specialized, and I get people like the different colors and stuff, but like you can still get the idea with regular colors. Ooh, that thing's gonna fall off. she got... Oh, good, good. So hopefully she's doing well. Box has to... There. Oh, man. So I see 36. Bag 36. Needed that drink. Alright, so I gotta find 19. 32, 31, that's cool. They have these backwards. 31, 32, 33. 25, 24. There's 19. Just get started on that right away. This puppy biting. Oh, well, that's good. That's good. Oh, one piece. Still like plastic bags better than the paper because you can see what's stuck or what's hiding in there. Too special if we already have the cup. Well, yeah, I agree. I understand. Yeah. Right. Like, if they haven't, they might as well continue with it or whatever. Right. Totally makes sense. All right, so we got big tower to make. Big tall tower. That's this tower over here, which you can barely see, but it's over there, I believe. Tower. Oh, 4 of those. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Tower. It's going to connect in, I'm sure, with those. Like these are going to go along, these are going to go and connect up to the corner of the build itself. Alright, so we put that aside and we do this. Interesting. Oh wait, nope. I have to rotate it. So we do this part of the tower, then it's like, alright, start over. Start a new tower piece. These are never coming off. I mean, like, they will, but, like, it would be very difficult. Thing's looking like a rocket ship. It really is. And we're going to be putting in all these Technic dots. The half half pins, which we're going to connect stuff to. There we go. So put on these four, and I think we rotate it and put on the rest. Those four, and then we rotate it, and then we do it here. All the rest of the pins go into hold. Ah! That's why you need it. What really stinks is if I built this wrong and then I had to take it half apart and be like, all right, where did I not put in a thing? Here we go. Our Minas Tirith rocket ship is complete. Oh, now we get to put it in here. So let's move these pieces out of the way. Bring it back in. Aha. So it goes right there. Okay, so it's anchored in. And this up here is going to be, because of all the tile that we're using, it's going to be one of the rooms that you can take off and use as like playset type things or whatever, which is cool. That'll definitely help whenever I move it to go, like, take it to show or whatever. It'll definitely help with that, because then make it lighter. All right, we're going to do 2 of these. These are the things that go on the side that we just did. The other pieces will go on the little sides that we did. Go all the way up? Yep, it does. All right, look at that. I must have done it right because they all fit just perfect. There we go. And on the inside, go where these red ones go. This is interesting. The only extra piece is one of the pins, the half pins. So that's kind of funny. There we go. All right, bag 20. Ooh, and I'm gonna need some of these. So put that down. And again, we're gonna be doing the next section that goes here, so that extends out here. So away you go. Again. So. 34. It's 37. 23. 39. Oh man, 39. Oh wait, what? I didn't realize. Well, I thought there was only 2 instruction books. Apparently, there's a 3rd. Oops. Is it 20? Nope, that's 21. There's 1. 22, 21. This thing has a lot of bags, so. Oh yeah, there will definitely be a lot of extra pieces. I already have like a decent sized bag, so kind of cool. All right, these are the not fun build parts. Whenever you're doing the base where everything else is going to be built onto, they're just not all that fun or exciting, or you know, just aren't. But it's like, so where you got to start. Interesting too, the colors aren't the best. Like in the they haven't been for a while, but they just aren't. So Kevin, I don't think you were on whenever we went through it, but maybe you were. Oh yeah, yeah you were. Well, at least Logan was. I have the entire Yellow Castle in a bin I got on Sunday. I cannot wait to build. Oh, what is... Oh, I need to check the... We got classic cars, classic music, classic movies, classic Legos. Winning! Very cool. I actually like... I'm a big fan of classic cars. And in fact, we had a car show in Beaver Falls, not too far from where I live. Very close, actually, just down the hill. This past Saturday, and I actually, something I'm sure saw on my Instagram, where I had basically, there's someone relatively nearby that has a completely tricked out DeLorean from Back to the Future, and all the parts he sourced to figure out what was used in the movie and that sort of thing, to make sure that it was as accurate as possible. And fantastic thing. And I got some pictures with it and my 2 DeLoreans. I have the big one and the one that just came out, the speed changing one that just came out. And got some pictures with them. Pretty cool. Okay. Moving right along. Weird way to do this, but bunch of other spacey, space and some town stuff and things like that too. I'm still sorting it out. The Yellow Castle has been one of my white whales. And we finally did it. Now it's been an arm and a leg. Okay, got the rest of our big plates in this bag over here. Put that on. Push them down, make sure they're on there good. Ooh, okay. I was like, all right, so now we're putting this, now I'm going to start having room issues again. Move that to the side. I'm going to bring this over. Okay. This joins it all together. Can't see it, I know. Sorry. And that, bag 20, good 21. I'm actually going to here. I need to move this. Lost a soldier of Gondor. I'm gonna take this apart, part of my arm. Move this up here. Rotate that. Move that way. There we go. That's better. What we're gonna be working on. Pretty much the same as we did on this side. It's just going to be over here. There we go. There's several rings. There's like 3 of them in here. So it's kind of interesting. There's no more one ring. It's a bunch. As many as you need. But I'm sure they're going on the kings or whatever, like the supposed to be used for like the there. That was one step. They're like, here, put this there, and then completely ignore the rest of the build. Do your own thing. Some water pieces again. I have not sold it yet. I've had a couple people ask about it, but I have not sold it yet. So I still have him. There he is. Yeah, it is going to be a huge thing in the end, definitely. In some ways, larger than I expected. Waha. Definitely going to be huge. And so this is here. Go. Now we start building it up just like we did that side. So. Oh, I see. That's a 2x1. Tucks right in there. Get it. There we go. This is interesting. You don't see these very often, but this is a Technic piece that has like axle holes. Not axolotl holes, just axle holes. Some words coming up too. Let's see what they say. The plant, sir, give me the plant. There, let's see the words. It says, the One Ring has a will of its own. It betrayed Isildur, and some things that should not have been forgotten were lost. So you take the ring, and it is lost. So you put it here, and it gets buried. So the ring betrayed Isildur. That's pretty cool. Remember, the ring hears its master's call. So there it is. The ring sits in here. Yeah, can't really pick it up to show, but there it is. Isildur's Bane. That's right. Absolutely. Absolutely. This is where we get to do lots of detail work and make sure that all the little pieces. See, the One Ring was lost, but I have 2 more. So which one is the one? Which one is the real one? Because I have Frodo with one too. Which is it? Weapon multi-pack like Rivendell did? What do you mean by weapon multi-pack? Not sure what you mean. Because I never got Rivendell. So I don't know what all is in how that build is done. Except the, hey Michelle, how you doing? One ring and it's one backup ring. Oh. Yeah. You're here in spirit. Hey, MJ. We'll see you tomorrow. So you won't be in spirit. Not then. Thanks for tuning in as always. Doing your lurking as always. So yeah, the One Ring is hiding here. I wonder if you can see it. Nope. It gets covered up. Not this step, but the next step. It's like, can you do you ever get to see it? It's like, nope, it's hiding there. It's forever gone. The One Ring sits here. We're going to cover it over with a panel. You won't see it ever again. You just have to know it's there. Had a little multi-bag with a bunch of weapons, including Aragorn's sword. Oh, Aragorn is definitely going to have his sword. I know that. Yeah, I don't know what else it'll have. I'm betting it's not going to have all those weapons, though, simply because you can sort of see that there's something under there, but, like, the ring is under there. Underwear? But yeah, because they didn't all make it to Gondor, so I don't think all their weapons are going to be here. They were all at Rivendell, obviously. But they didn't all end up in Gondor. So. You're on the fence about going tomorrow night? I mean, up to you, obviously. Come chill, have fun. Something's not right there. Oh, I have it too far over. I was like, why is that not right? Oh, yeah. Well, like I said, because obviously Aragorn is in this, he, his sword will definitely be here, so. But we'll see. We'll get there once we're doing the throne room part, so, yeah. It's on the logo that Ben might be joining. Yes, yeah, Ben should be there. You, me, Kristen will be there, and yeah, whoever else decides to join in. Yeah, it's fun to chill and hang out. There's other, obviously people other than our lug that are there, that are building and stuff, and everybody brings some interesting things. Obviously, there's a lot of times there's botanicals, people bring. Those are easy, fun ones to be able to do. Quarter till, we'll get this done, and that'll probably be it for the night, because there's so much detail and little pieces on this particular part. So we'll get this finished, and then oh, this is cool. Like, so the water sits there, and then you put like a little arch thing over top of the water. That's cool. The brewery, 11th Hour Brewery is they have their Lego night third Wednesday of every month, and that's tomorrow. So we're gonna be there chilling and building. That's in Lawrenceville. So yep, 6 to 9. Come on down, join us. I posted it in the forum just to remind people, and in the Discord. It sometimes gets lost. I mean, I know people. Like Wednesday is a weird time. People get bored. Or not bored, people get busy, and like it's the middle of the week, so it can kind of be difficult to do sometimes, but when we're able to, go have a good time, chill with everybody, and see what everyone's building. I love watching these tiles come together. Let's see. 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Pretty much the same as what we just did on the other side. You don't have to drink. I don't typically, I mean, like, I'll have one drink usually, but, like, just because you don't drink doesn't mean you can't go. There's also going to be a burger food truck there. I think they were there before. Very tasty stuff. So, you know, it's not just to drink, it's to hang out and have fun. And these are really cool. I love these tiles with tiles on them. They look really cool. MJ, I like that. It matters not. That's what, as soon as I saw that, it just reminded me of Yoda. Matters not. Hey, you don't have to come to drink. Like I said, I don't drink all that much myself. One drink is usually good enough. And I think alcohol is one of those funny things. Like if I'm gonna drink something and spend the money on it, because alcohol is not cheap, obviously, then like I'm going to make sure I enjoy it. And like there's a lot of alcohol that it basically tastes awful. And so if I'm gonna drink something, it's got to be tasty. And yeah, so yeah, there's not a lot I drink. Yeah, and it's not too late. Yeah, absolutely. So, good time. We've done a few of them, several of them over the last year and a half. So, it'd be fun. Ah, talking and. Oh, there's gonna be, so we're gonna have another statue that goes here, I bet, because we have one over here, which you can't see. We did earlier. All these tiles, jeez. All right. Let's move on. More detail, more rock work. Hi, MJ. You better bring Gondor. Oh no, there's no. How would I bring Gondor? Not this, surely. No way I would bring Minas Tirith. Yeah, are you gonna bring Lego this time, or are you gonna just use what I bring and build Hoth with me? That's what happened last time. How would I bring Gondor? Gondor is like a land. It's, you know, eagles. I don't know. Maybe I have eagles. I don't know. I might bring Big Fig Vader to build instead of doing them on stream, because I got plenty to do on stream right now. We'll see. I don't know what I'm gonna bring actually. I was briefly entertaining the idea of bringing the Yellow Castle to build, but I'm still gonna have to figure things out with it. So no. Eagles being one, the covers do not enjoy the questions. Yes, it did. It did work out well last time, but I don't have another build that's like that can be a tandem build as it is. You had something picked out already. That's good. That's great. he was doing Scar. Be prepared. Okay, now we got to go over here and do some thingamadoo-hoppers. I like to do these in order as much as I can. Just go from one down the line, then it's easy to keep track of where you're at. Not really. I mean, like, I think one is cool. I don't think they need to do a whole lot. Like the big figs I think are neat, being the different things that they did. Like, they did the race car driver, they did the spaceman, obviously, they did the standard big fig, they did the pirate. Like, they should do, like, keep with that. Like, doing one Star Wars big fig, cool. I don't know about doing, like it's almost like they're trying to do a line of big figs, and it's like Star Wars big figs, and it's like they already have the bus that they're kind of looking at. Oh, I agree. Alvio's big figs are much better. I agree. But I'm not going to spend the money on those because they are expensive. And I actually think taking the Vader helmet like I did and putting it on the Santa fig is better than the Vader big fig that they did. But we'll see. I haven't built it yet, so I don't know 100% for sure how it compares, but... Oh, they are, yeah. It looks more like Dark Helmet. Well, one thing I don't know about, and I've seen this both ways on Instagram, is it comes with stickers for the eye things. I think it looks better without the stickers, so I'm gonna see. But like I said, I don't know if I'm going to bring that tomorrow or not. 953. Let's see what bag 22 is. Ah, what the heck. We've got a bunch of rings. Let's go for it. We'll do bag 22. Bag 22 and then we'll be done. So, yeah, it is. Absolutely. Like they're doing both. And that's kind of weird. Like, again, big figs are kind of cool. But yeah, it just seems odd timing. I don't know. And again, yeah, they already announced that they're going to do a Luke Skywalker one, and I'm like, that's a weird choice too. So I don't know. I just don't see it. I don't know. I don't see it being all that good. So. The busts are a weird thing, and I saw someone post the Yoda. I gotta flip this around. I saw someone post the Yoda bust, and my first thought was, it looks like a ninja. Like the way his face is done, he looks like a ninja, which is weird. I don't think he's supposed to look like a ninja. Yeah. Okay, well, see, that okay, yeah, you've built both of them. Like, all right, so give me like a positive and a negative. Give me like something that you look at from the bust itself and be like, yeah, this was neat, versus, you know, all negative. Like, see if there's something you can figure out that that is a positive. There might not be. Plenty of yeah. See, so they came out with San Diego Comic-Con back in, I forget when it is. They had a Vader bus that they did that I think looks better overall, even though it's blockier. But that's one reason why I like it, because it is blockier. I tend to like the more brick feel to stuff. And I have it sitting in my room. It's not been built, it's still in the box. Someday I'll take that out and build it, maybe. So, base 2 different ways. Oh, okay. Well, that's good. All right. 2 different ways. So, okay, 2 different ways. That seems interesting. Why more than one way, I guess is the question. That seems a little odd. That's how you sell them. Hey, yeah, there you go. I mean, you have to know how to sell things that you don't necessarily like. That is a lot of tiles, jeez. That's where all this piece count comes in, all these tiles. Oh, I see, okay. All right, that makes sense. That's it. All right, that's it for those. Go back to here. We did this previously, earlier today. On the other side. So. How do you smell? How do you smell? Sorry, sell. How do you smell? With a nose. So. Haven't seen anyone who didn't think it was cool. Yeah, well, that's good. But the question is, do they then buy them with how expensive they are? Because I've seen just the opposite. Every single kid that's seen it, that I've seen at the Lego store, they play with it a little bit, then they're like this doesn't do what I want it to, or what I think it should. And maybe that's part of it. Is it was marketed poorly, of like, this is what it should be used for or do. Because it doesn't act interactively with itself the way they claim it does. But again, it's something that I still need to get one at some point, not at the price that it is now, and see for myself. I want to actually test them. Smell smart play. That just sounds wrong. It has nothing to do with entitlement, Kevin. It has to do with the way Lego said this is what they do, and they don't do it. So don't call it what it's not. It's just Lego doesn't like the fact that people pointed out that, hey, they claim it's this and it's not, and they don't like that. Too bad. That's life. You knew they had to know it was going to happen. Had they taken it away and said 6 months, we need to work on it to make sure it's what we want it to be, a good quality product, nobody would have batted an eye. Everyone would have been like, yeah, do it, go for it, make it awesome. And it did not happen. Yeah, the Pokemon ones, they don't sound good either. And I know kids are going to be like, well, that doesn't sound like Pikachu. It sounds like... And it doesn't even say its name. So, yeah. They're just... They're sticking to pushing it because they, that's the hill they want to die on, I guess, so... They don't interact with each other. I have seen proof of it. Like I said, I want to do it myself, but I've seen plenty of proof of it where you can have 2 ships not even looking at each other. opposite ends of the room, or even in separate rooms, and they're still registering hits and firing at each other, and that's it. They don't interact with each other. It's random. There is no actual interaction. No, that's a stupid thing to say. It's not meant for you. It's still dumb. The quality still has to be there. Kids can, like I said, I've seen kids try things with it, and they're like, well, this doesn't sound like it should. I can make better noises than it can, and laser blast and play with it. And that's the other thing that I don't like about it. And I've said this before. Lego claims it fosters imaginative play, and it doesn't. You have to play with it the way it is designed to be played with. There is no imaginative. You have to do it, or it, it doesn't. I mean, I don't think it does work anyway, but from what I've seen. That's one of the biggest problems with it. It doesn't foster imaginative play at all. So, that's all right. That's my opinion. Like I said, I want to try it out for myself, and then I can make a full judgment. Right, that's a good point. Yep, I agree, Logan. Absolutely. Yep, same brick. Heck does that go? Oh, I get to build one of these again. There's a little archway that nothing goes into yet. They have space for it, but nothing goes into it yet. Go. More pillars. Well, and they did that at least with the Pokemon ones. It looks like they hide it, so to speak, so it doesn't, you know, it's not going to affect the model. Oh, piggies are hungry, it looks like. Sounds like. I do like the way that they designed this. The different, like, these wall pieces, because it goes so high. Like, a little bit of profile, but also, like, breaks in the brick. Just naturally with Lego brick. Right into the side there. Then we get to do more of the things that are along the wall that we did so many times. Oh, excuse me. Almost done. Alright, let's slide this down here. Actually, it does work down there. Right. 4, 5, 6. 3 to each. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Little ornamental wall thingies. Done how many of these? 1, 2, 6, 10, 13, which means the other wall has 17, 21, 24. So 25, 26, 27, 28 of these things. Jeez. And there's probably going to be more. Hey, Mac Ops. Yes, you are. And I'll be done soon after the next little bit. Sorry. Hang off? Yep, it just does. But thanks for tuning in. Anyway, doesn't matter. Late, on time, early, doesn't matter. Does not matter. Well, this one only has one. Little, it is kind of interesting that it's black whenever everything else talks about the white, like a tree, but that is what this is. Yeah. Okay. Almost done. A few more pieces. Oh, that's interesting. Maybe it does that. Oh, I got an extra flame. That's cool. Not something you normally see. Okay, and this little thing drapes over top here. Like that. And that is it. For tonight. There we go. Alright. So bag 22 is done. So we're in halfway through. No, not quite halfway through book number 2. Ooh, that rhymed. Halfway through book number 2. So we can actually see how big this is going to be. Dang, I'm just rhyming left and right. There we go. So this is the middle portion of everything. Wall surrounds it. Yeah. Like I said, Saturday is going to be a wake up Saturday morning bricks with some kind of cartoon. Not sure what, but we'll be watching something. And then yeah, and next week is I'll be on vacation, so there will not be any streaming. So until Saturday or next time, which will be another week and a half or whatever, or 2 weeks. Like, share, comment, subscribe. See some of you tomorrow night. And other than that, as always, may the brick be with you. Keep on building. We'll see ya.